I'm joined by someone who many are considering to be perhaps the second best jungler in North America right now, behind Meteos from Cloud9. I will dominate. I will dominate. Earlier, I spoke with Rush. He thinks that he can possibly, given just a little bit of improvements on map and vision control, become the #1 jungler in North America. Also, there was a tweet recently that showed a whiteboard at the tip house that said "NA junglers suck." I'd love to know what your thoughts are on all of this.
Well, I got some background on the NA junglers suck. I might have replied to the comment with the gif of me first blooding Rush in his first game of the LCS. But the comment was made by Zhao Jia after he was getting trolled in solo queue after the reset. So it wasn't really like a tip saying NA junglers suck. It was more like Zhao Jia was frustrated with solo queue. He was like, junglers suck, don't gank my lane, like stuff like that. So, I mean, I think Rush is like pretty good. He's definitely like really aggressive in scrims, but that's super punishable. So if it doesn't pay off, like when we scrim him, he either has his ganks pay off and his team will snowball the game. But what mostly happens is he gets behind from that, and then I just end up being way stronger because I've spent that time farming or doing vision control or something like that, and we end up winning. So we actually go back and forth with Tip. We scrum them a lot, but I don't think he'll be the best jungler in NA this split. Maybe next split.
So if you were to give me top 3 right now, would you say you, Meteos, and Rush? Maybe not in that order.
I'd say like to me the best junglers in NA right now are me, Meteos, Santorin, and Xmithie. Like, not in that order at all. Just those are the people that I feel are good when I'm playing against them. I don't even know if I deserve to be on that list or anything, but I just tend to have confidence always. Just say, yeah, man, I'm a top jungler in NA. So, yeah.
So what's going on with Team Liquid right now? I mean, obviously you've got Phoenix and Piglet on the team. One of the fascinating things to me has been sort of how teams are coping with language barriers and how this will pan out. So for you guys, how's the team dynamic going?
The team dynamic isn't the best, but it's not awful either. I mean, it's obviously a huge culture shock going from Korea to NA. I went to Korea and I lived there for 2 months myself, and I was able to do it with the full group of an American team. So it wasn't as difficult, but you could definitely tell that, it's just a different environment. Everything's handled differently, and it's going to be a little bit stressful in your life. I think that we're still just in the baby stages of our team. I mean, we've only practiced, I think, 6 days with the main roster, with the full main roster, and we're almost a third of the way through the LCS. So yeah, then we had visa issues. We had to use a sub week 1, and then week 2, Piglet didn't fly in until Wednesday. So we're still in the infancy stages of our team. Peter's still in school, so he only stays with us 2 days of scrims a week, and then he's obviously here for LCS, but then he goes back Monday. So it's kind of just it's a work in progress, and all of us are just aiming for being the best team in NA by when Worlds happens. That's our actual goal. And right now, I mean, I don't think we're close to that. There's still teams that are better than us. We're still random. We're not solid enough that we can win every game. We play Coast. This game, it looks dominating, but if we played them 5 or 6 times, they might have just 1 or 2 games where they just destroy us. And that just comes from just not knowing how to react in every situation. We're not super cohesive on how to react when teams do things we don't expect. So, I mean, it's just a work in progress. So, hopefully by the end of the split or end of the season, we're really solid.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you have very practical expectations setting yourself for oh, we're not worried about right now, worried about for when Worlds comes. But I do want to know, given all the stuff that you guys are dealing with, where do you see your guys, or where do you hope and see you guys placing at the end of the split?
Obviously, we're going to be trying for rank 1, but realistically, anywhere in the top 4, I think we'll all be comfortable with. Oh, they're going to be oh, Liquid forever 4th. I mean, I don't actually care about that. I wasn't even on the team for half those 4th place finishes, yeah. So it's kind of just it's kind of random that people circle jerk over it so much. They're oh my God, they're 4th again. It's the Illuminati. It's no, it's what happened. We were probably the 4th best team last split, so that's why we ended up 4th. And if we are the 4th best team, that's what'll happen again. But it's a completely different team. Obviously, we're going to be going for #1, but I think TSM and CLG and C9 are all really strong, and it's going to be a fight for that top spot.
Now, there's been, I think you and maybe a couple other teams have been trying out this new having an office situation, so a place that's separate from your home to scrim in. How's that been working out for you guys?
I personally like it. I mean, it feels really productive if we don't have too big of a break. The only times where it'll be frustrating is if we have like a 3-4 hour break in between scrims and we're just playing solo queue from there and it's just not as comfortable. But in general, I think it's a good idea. I mean, we all leave the house, you know, you have to like get ready, go to work. Like we take an Uber to the office, stay there for, normally we get there around 11, we leave around 9 at night. So it's like 10-hour day, 2 full blocks of scrims, and we do like analysis there. And it's just kind of a nice environment. But the only thing that is weird is like, you know, we'll show up and like we're obviously going to scrim. So we want to be like semi-comfortable, you know. Sometimes like we're all wearing sweatpants, or like, you know, Pickle will be wearing his SKT track pants or something, and like sandals, and we'll just be like standing there like getting our coffee next to like some guy in a suit, and just so you feel kind of like out of place. But I think it's fine.
Kind of mixing that gamer world with like the business real world. It's kind of funny. And what about the like office itself? Do you find the place is pretty comfortable? The accommodations good?
I mean, it's small, but it's all we need. We have all of our computers. We have a whiteboard so Peter can write whatever he wants. We have a big TV in there for replay analysis in one of the other rooms. We just have one monitor, kind of LCS style. Same exact stuff. We have actually 3 sets of gear that we play on, but they're all identical. We have one for the office, one for home, and then one for LCS, obviously because of like the cheating and whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's just I think it's good for us. It's small, but it's comfortable, and I think it will end up being a benefit for our team in the long run.
So I just wanted to wrap up this interview. I think that there's a lot of people who were Curse fans before made the jump over, but also I think a lot of people that are kind of excited about Team Liquid, Piglet coming onto the team and all that. Is there anything that you would like to say to any of those fans?
Just be patient with our team. I mean, we obviously won today. We won 2-0 the first week, but it's a work in progress. It's not like if we 2-0 in week where we beat someone, it's not like, oh my God, Team Liquid's the best team in North America, which is kind of like what people said. And then like the week after that we lose, it's like, oh my God, but they need Keith back. Yeah. Keith was the secret to Team Liquid. Like there needs to be like a more like even level of expectation for us. Like we will try to improve over the split. And if we're like bad by like week 9 or 10, then there might actually be a problem. But I mean, we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some. And the whole goal here is to go to Worlds and be strong there.
Thank you so much for the interview, Dominate. I really appreciate it. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things LCS at ongamers.com.